Welcome to the session of Pandas data analysis. So far we have seen that how to import the data, create the data, and then how to import data from Excel CSV text file through web, and we have also seen that how to save the data uh, in an Excel sheet or CSV sheet or file. We have also seen how to promote your header and how to get the specific sheet data. Okay, so now we will be seeing today, this is our session 4 chapter 3. So today we will be seeing how to create the data, and save in specific sheet. Okay, so there might be 3-4 sheets and I want to save in that third sheet or fourth sheet. Okay, so we'll be creating the data and then we'll be saving that into particular sheet. Okay, now what I want to do, and for this, as you know, we have to define the variable first. 14 is my variable, equals to pd dot data frame. So pd stands for pandas. I've already imported the pandas as pd. Okay, and the data frame stands for that holds our data. Okay, then square round bracket, and then we will be creating the data through dictionaries. Okay, then so for dictionary we need to start the curly brackets and then write the header. So header, I have just written data, you can write anything, any name, then a colon, and then a square bracket, and then I can just put few numbers: 44, 55, 66, 20, 14. Okay, so now 18. If you are adding a text or string, then it should be in quotes. Okay, this is my data. Let me just create more one. 15 equals to, instead of that, let me just copy this and paste here, and let me name it as data1 and change these figures to 80, 50, 60, 20. Mistake. 50 should be here. 50, 60, 70, 80, then 23, 68. Fine. Now it's good. Okay, so we have created two data frames. So now we will be creating an Excel file now, okay, which will hold this data. So to create this data, what will we do? We have to use, just write, let me just write writer equals to it's just a variable pd dot XlsxWriter. Okay, this will create the, now in this, what you will do, you will just create a Excel file, and I want to create in the Excel file at this location. Fine slash my, okay, my file, okay, dot XlsX, and then you have to define a engine equals to XLS, sorry, it should be XlsX, right, and just goes into the, this is fine now, XlsX, right. Now what I want to do, now Now we will be loading the each data frame into the sheet. So how we will do that? So let me just df14.to Excel. Okay, just start the parentheses and just write your variable which we have declared just above in the above line, and then sheet name equals to my sheet 1. Okay, so this is how I will load this into the first sheet. Now if I want to load into the other sheet, then I will just make it sheet 2 and then into 15. Okay, Excel 15 to now we have done so far. Now one last line to save the data, that is our writer dot save. That's it. Now let's run this and check if it's working or not. So it's in progress. Okay, I think I should make it invalid this. Let me just stop this because it will unnecessarily fetch this data and it will be slow. So just this also we don't need, so let's decomment this so that there is no extra load to our engine. And oh no, we need this to close this. Yeah, this is fine now, and let me just rerun this. There's a issue. Let me just quickly go through the codes. So I think this engine should not be there. Let's remove this and let me rerun this. Hopefully this time it should run. Yes, the process finished. Let me just check this path. This is the same path which we have here. Okay, so you can see a file has been created with my file name this, and let me just open this file and let's check that that whatever we have done, is it good or not. My sheet one data was this 44 85, so all these are there, you can see, and the pandas has added an index column as well, so that is fine, not to worry. And this are the same data 2, the data 1 has added, so this is good. So our data has been created perfectly. Okay, and created and saved in the respective sheets. So this is how you can create multiple sheets and multiple data, and you can simultaneously import the data into this. Similarly, if you want to download data from another Excel file and then put into some other Excel file in with the name of some sheet, then also this is applicable. You just need to mention, just load that file into this, and then same process, and just repeat it, the same process. So this concludes our you can say chapter number 3. So it's level 3, you can say. So let's start the second one. That is our session 4, and it's chapter 4. Okay, so let me just decomment this. Okay, fine, chapter 4. Now we are going to see that how we can see a particular row or a column, and how we can view our data in a different way. Okay, for that let me just data frame, that's 16. Okay, and let me just import pd dot read excel. Okay, and let me just look for a data, which one data is good data. I had a sales data, sales report. Okay, yeah, sales report should be fine. And just copy the is fine. Okay, let me just print this and check that it's working fine or not. df16 and this and check. Okay, this is not a big excel file, so it should run swiftly. Yeah, it's running fine. We have fetched the data. So let me now, so first of all, if we want to have a required number of header, matlab top rows, then what should we do? So for that we should just write print and that's the data frame name, comma, head, and just close the parenthesis, and you can just put a number there. If I want first 3, then just type it here, and it will give you the top 3 rows data. You can see only 3 rows are there. Okay, first, second, third rows. And if you don't put anything in this head, then automatically it will give you top 5 rows. By default the numbers are set as 5. Okay, you can see 5 rows are there here. So this is how you can put a sample size. If you want a sample size that how much data is there, so you can just pick a sample size with the head function. And if you want the bottom part, then also you can try that by tail. Okay, start and close. And it should give you the bottom. You can see we haven't put any number, so it has given me default 5 numbers. Okay, and NaNA is there because there is no data for this column, so there is NaN. Similarly, if you put 3, 4, then it will give you that exact number of bottom parts. Now now let's see how we can deal with the columns. Then if I want a particular column, then how I can fetch that. Just write here a comment for you. Fetch top and bottom rows. Okay, now let me just comment out this. Now I want to fetch a particular, we have seen to fetch the sample row size, row numbers, and now if I want a particular column, then what should I do? So now for the columns, just you can for the columns. So earlier we had seen how to fetch the header. So data frame, where it is, we had seen there how to fetch the header, create dictionary, calling data frame, sheet names are there, columns you can see here, those are columns. So what we can do here, we can just first, before to pull any specific column, we need to know how many columns are there. Okay, so print df 16, sorry, not this, df dot columns. Okay, so let me just run this and get the columns name. So there are this many columns in my data. Now to fetch any particular column, what should we do? You can just print df 16 and then just put a square bracket. Now if you want to have multiple columns, so you can see the columns are pulled in this square bracket starting and end, so you have to just put one square bracket. And then if you want to have more than multiple columns, then you need to have two square brackets and then just mention the columns. I'll just copy it and paste here, just uncomment this and add it here. So you can see only my 2 column data has been pulled here, the sample size data. Okay, so this is how you can extract any columns, whichever column you want to fetch. Then you can just use this code to fetch that column. First determine how many columns are there and what are their names, and then you can do that. So now we have seen this, so just comment this for it. And the next topic which we are going to check is how we can add any column to an existing sheet or existing file. Okay, so to do that, we have already imported this sales.reports. So in the sales.report, I want to add a column. Okay, so I want to add a date column. So what I should do, before that, auto generated column for date. To auto generate any column of date, I have to first import that uh, module. So that's import date time as dt. Okay, so what this will do, this will import a module which handles date and time. Now let's go here the bottom, and already I have loaded this file, and so I want to have df16. So first of all, name the your column name. So I want to just have shipping year. Okay, shipping year equals to, let me just open the file and check. Do we have any date column or not? Shipping date. Okay, so from this, how I will just, from shipping date I will extract the year and create a column for you. Okay, so shipping year equals to df16, and the column from which I want to extract my year should be is from shipping date column dot dt dot year. Okay, and now I just need to print and check that my data is there or not. df16 shipping year. Okay, let me run this. So you can see it has extracted the year from a given column, that from the shipping date column it has pulled the year. You can see we had, which years we have here, it's 2010, 12, 13, 14. In starting is 12, 10, 11, 11, and my data is also same. So this is how you can pull a particular data from existing column. Okay, now what we'll do, now let me just have to check this. So now I want to df17, let me just 17 equals to df16 shipping, oh sorry, shipping date, only copied this dt dot year. Okay, and then what I should do, df17 equals to df16, and if I print, then print df16, oh sorry, it should be df16 equals to df17. Fine, let's close this and let me run the file. Shipping here, I think it has imported the data. It's causing a problem. Not to worry, Okay, so for those lines which don't have any year, it is not able to convert that, so it's well understood. Okay, so this is this errors can be easily ignored. Okay, so, and the NA, these are coming NA because there is no data. Okay, and whichever has a date formattation, that's fine. So this was how you can extract any data data from a given column. That if I want any year from a particular date column. Okay, so now the next topic which we are going to cover is your delete column. Okay, let me just close this. Close this, and let me just comment out so that it is no problem. Okay, so now the topic is our deleting column. So how we can delete a column? So to delete a column, there's a function called drop. Okay,
Yes.
so to do that, so what we'll do, df, we have the column df16 already. So df16 dot drop, first of all you'll write there and the round bracket, and then mention the order ID. Order drop order ID. Okay, order ID, and then comma. We, there's a very important role of this what I'm typing, that is access. Access equals to 1. Okay, so access equals to 1 means 1 stands for row, and if I put 0 here, then it stands for columns. And what I want to delete, I want to delete a column, so I will just write 1. 1 stands for column. Okay, and in place is a function which will if in place is true, then it will make the, if you make it true, then it will make the change on the original file, whichever file we have. Currently we have this file, so it will make the changes on that file. It will delete the order ID column. Okay, so let me just add a false column here, and let me just order ID. Okay, and order ID 1. This order ID 1. So order ID 1. Fine. This pandas is very case is a case sensitive language, so we have to be particular when we are writing the codes. So if I write TRUET as a small, then it will not work. Okay, so this is how it will work. Let me just run this. Print, and let me just copy this column names, columns, and you can check that how. Okay, if I don't write this, and let me just check how many columns are there so that we can have the difference. we have an order ID and order as well in the bottom. Okay, now let me just execute this. Now let me run this. There's an error. Okay, oh, sorry. Axis should be your 0, I believe, because we are tilting the column. Let me run this. Because axis stands 0 stands for column and 1 stands for row. Okay, again there is a problem. In place. Okay, the word is, you can see it's very nice, very high, very well developed. It's language. So you can see just whatever error is there, it will just tell you that what was the error in the coding. So I just the pandas can't identify this word or function, so it has just told me. Just it's easy to correct, and then right. Okay. You can see there is no order ID now. Earlier there was order ID, and it is not there. And let us open that file and check. Order ID is there. Okay, sorry. It will do in the data frame which we have loaded. So this was so just to make a correction to the statement which I had just given before, the true statement, what this true will do, true will delete that particular column from the data frame which we have loaded, means this data frame df16 data frame, not from that source file which we have. Okay, because so currently you can see our data frame df16, there is no order ID 1. So this is how you can drop a column. So let's keep this session till here, and hope everything, whatever I try to explain, is clear and to the point. Thank you and have a good day.